guys, welcome to Barons Online. This class is going to be a Pilates pole interval class. We're going to be working on 40 seconds of work and a 20-second stretch stroke rest. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it, and we're going to start off first of all with our warm-up. So we always like to think about posture, so we're standing really tall, bringing our head towards the ceiling, rolling our shoulders and reaching down into your mat. We're going to start to think about weight shifts, so I want you to start to think about just rocking forwards and back and trying to think and feel where our centre is. We want the weight to be centred through the body, just rocking forwards and back. And then from here, let's just try and find centre and just settle, so we're in a neutral position. From here, placing the hands onto your hips, pelvic tilts forwards and back. And as you're tilting forwards, we're thinking of point A, tilting back, point C. And what we're looking to achieve is point B, which is that midpoint between those two. So we just start to feel where that would be. And just settle in that position. Let's think about the lateral breath. Bringing the hands to your rib cage and starting to think about breathing into our ribs. As we take that breath in, feel the expansion into your rib cage, and as you breathe out, that relaxation. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, you should feel the hands expand and your hands release. Bringing your arms down by your side. Now start to think about lifting through the pelvic muscles, really lifting as much as you can, relaxing through the bottom but lifting all the way up. And then releasing out to about 30%. The abdominals drawing the belly button back towards your spine, and then once again releasing to about 30%. Now we're all set up. Let's have a little bit of a warm-up just by taking the head from side to side. Starting to think about relaxing into the top of your spine. Don't worry too much about the breath at this point. Just allow the head to go from side to side. Last one to each side. Come back to centre and then draw the ear down to the shoulder. Lift it up on the other side as you're breathing out, lower down. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Bring the chin towards your chest. And lift. Once again, chin comes down to chest. And lift. Bring the chin down to chest and start to roll. So we take the chin from shoulder to shoulder. Notice how you feel the length you're creating into the top of the spine as you're rolling. Coming back to centre, lifting the chin up, we bring the shoulders up and we release down. Lift and release. Really releasing into the shoulders. Let's rotate, opening your chest, squeezing into the top of the back. Reverse, so squeeze the shoulders and come round. Bringing your hands into a prayer position. Keeping the hips still, just rotate to the side. Coming back to centre and feel into your back, stretch. Coming back and again. Coming back to the centre and again, rotate. Coming back, drop the arms down. We start to lean from side to side. Lengthening through the side of your body. Let's take the arm overhead at the same time as we're leaning. From here, come back to centre, we start to circle in the arms. Nice and controlled. Trying to keep those hips forwards. From here, one arm forwards, one arm back, let the head rotate, the thumbs point up towards the ceiling, bring to the side of the body. Rotate, let the head follow, bring the arms down, and again, creating that spinal rotation. Coming back, and again. Last time. Coming back, bring the arms down. We'll just start to think about pedaling through, lifting one foot, placing the heel down, making sure the heel comes down before the other heel raises up. So we're trying to think about pelvic stability here as we're just warming up into the lower body. From here, both heels lift and we float the arms up, we float the arms down. We take that breath in, we take that breath out, and again. Bring the arms out to the side, again onto the toes. Float your arms down. And imagine as the arms are coming down, we're bringing them down through some thick custard. So we're using resistance. Palms face forward, squeeze the shoulders. And again, lifting up onto the toes. And again, lift. Once again to the side, lift. Lower down, 2 more. And again. From here, just a side squat. We start to move into the lower body. And the other side. So really making sure we're warming up the whole body. 4 static squats, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the knees soft. Last 2. Last 1. Lift the arms up and just have that little swing. And again. 2 more. Last 1. Bring your arms down, roll your shoulders, and hopefully you should feel a little bit warmer now as we move on to our routine. Okay, so hopefully you've got your poles to hand. If not, go and quickly grab something that represents a pole. So we are going to use a pole this morning. We're going to work on a 40-second of work and then a 20-second nice little stretch in between hand. So I'm going to show you the first set of exercises. So we hold the pole, we're going to come forwards and we're just going to come back. So we're going to draw the belly in, that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to take our hands to each side of the pole. Once again, come back onto sitting bones, tuck the pelvis under, and we are going to row. So we're going to be getting a little bit of shoulder working with that one. And then for your third exercise, we come back onto sitting bones, tucking the pelvis under, and we're just going to lift and lower that pole. For your fourth exercise, the pole comes up, and we are just literally going for a little lean back and a lift. So those are your 4 exercises. We will do those just 2 times through. Are we ready? Let's go. Keep the feet flat to the floor. Ankles, knees and hips should be aligned. Draw the belly button back as you're coming back. And again, just see how far you want to come back. Breath in, breath out. So I really like using the pole in routines. I think it's really nice, it adds a little bit of variety, and it gives you also something to focus on. Well done. I'm going to lift up nice and tall now. I'm going to think about stretching out through my tummy as I lift my crown of my head towards the ceiling before we go into the next exercise. So we're going to take the hands each side of your pole, come back onto your sitting bones, tuck the pelvis under, and we're going to start to row. So we're going to get into the shoulders. The tummy muscles should be engaged. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Try and keep those thighs relaxed. And release. Once again, lifting up through the crown of the head. Feeling that length you're creating in the tummy. Once again, coming back to sitting bones, tuck the pelvis under. It's a lift and a lower. And again, lift. Nice and controlled. Keeping the abdominals engaged, relaxing into the shoulders. Just watch you don't tense into your shoulders. And try and relax into your thighs as well. And release, well done. Lifting all the way up, stretching out through those tummies. So the next exercise is quite a small movement. We're trying to keep the back in the position it's in, and we just go for a lean. So the paw is above the head, and all we're going to do is lean and lift. Tummy tight. So the movement isn't particularly a large movement, but I can really feel my tummy as I'm lifting, and I'm lowering as well. Well done. So we're going to go through that set one more time. If you want to, just let the legs loose and just give them a good rub, relax. We want those thighs to be relaxed, we don't want them to be working at all. Feet flat, hold the pole forwards. So I'm controlling. My tummy is tight. I'm breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Once again, let's lift up tall. Feel that stretch. So we're going to take the arms a little wider. We're going to go into our row. So we're coming back and we're going to row. Nice and controlled. And lift, well done. Really sitting up tall, really lengthening through the abdominals, lifting through the crown of the head. So again, tilt back, tuck the pelvis under, and we have that lift and we have that lower. Control. Lift, lower, relax the shoulders. Well done, and lift it up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So our next one is our lean back. So again, not a huge move. You're not going to get a huge amount of movement here, but you should really feel the abdominals as you're leaning back. So we raise up. Well done. And release. Just give those legs a good old shake. So we've completed the first set. So we're going to move on to set number 2. So while you're resting and releasing and giving those legs a shake, I'm going to show you what the next 4 exercises are. So again, we sit, we hold the pole to the end, we rotate the body, and one end of the pole points down, the other end of the pole points up. So again, you're really rotating. The next one, we go above the head and we go from side to side. So my body now isn't rotating, I'm just tapping down. Then spinal rolls. So pole in front of the knees, we roll back controlled and we lift. Try not to bring the feet down unless you need to, and if you need to, that's absolutely fine. Your last exercise, we come down, we hold the pole, and it's just a lift and a lower, a lift and a lower. So again, go with what suits you best. See how you feel. Are we ready? So, we hold on to each end of the pole. Remember, the first one is a rotation. Come back onto the sitting bones. The pelvis is tucked under, and we tap down. So again, one end of the pole is down, the other one is up, and we're actually getting a rotation. So I'm rotating my body. And rest. Well done. So again, stretching out here if you want to lengthen and lift. Just so you feel that stretch you're creating just here. Coming back again to sitting bones. This time we hold the pole above the head and we're just going to go from side to side. If you can touch down with your pole, then fab. If you can't, don't worry. Just go where you can. So I'm keeping my body facing forwards. I'm just taking the pole from side to side, tapping down. Well done. Spinal rolls. So again, do what you can with these. Control, don't go with any great big force when you're rolling. It's a nice controlled roll and a lift. Either bring the feet down or you can leave them to a hover. Again, I'm not going with any force. And it's actually a really nice way of just massaging into your back. But also using the abdominals as you roll. Well done. Stay down, bring the knees to the chest. Have a little squeeze. If you want to have a little rock from side to side, then go for it. Bring those feet down, pull, lift the head and shoulders. Now remember to keep your eyes upwards towards the ceiling, maintaining that gap between the chin and the chest. Well done. So we have one more round of that set. So we're going to come back up to seated in a minute. So nice roll up. Hand to each end of the pole, coming back, we go back to the rotation. Nice and controlled. Well done. Lift up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Take a few breaths. Coming back onto sitting bones, tucking the pelvis under, the pole comes up, and then we're just going to go from side to side. Well done. Lengthen, lengthen, lift. Going into those little spinal rolls. So again, it's with not with any force. We're just really relaxing that roll back. The feet either stay up or they come down to your mat. See how you feel. But whatever you do, do with control. Well done. Come down to your mat, bring your knees to your chest. Have a little massage if you feel you want to, a little rock from side to side. Bringing those feet down onto your mat, the pole extends, head and shoulders lift. Again, keeping that eye contact up towards the ceiling. A little gap between the chin and the chest. Breathing out and breathing in. Well done. Okay, so have a little rest here. Whilst you're resting, I'm going to go through your final set. So we start in this position, we lengthen the arms and the legs, we bring the pole in front of the knees and we lift. So we go for a lengthen and then we go for a little squeeze. Your next exercise, the pole just sits in front of the chest, we lift up and we lower down. So glute bridge, we lift up and lower. Then we're going to stay in the bridge position and we're going to come for a little overhead pull. Make sure you maintain the hips up towards the ceiling. Then from here we're going to bring ourselves back up to seated nice and gently. The pole goes underneath the knees. We lengthen and we squeeze. So we lengthen out, lift up. This is quite challenging. And those are your 4. So prepare yourselves, are we ready? Laying down, pull in front of the knees. Lengthen, squeeze. Well done. Bring the feet down, pull just towards the chest. Lift, draw the hips up, down, lift. Well done. So bring the legs down, come up into your bridge, extend your arms up, and we're going for that overhead pull. Try to keep the hips lifted, keep the tummy in tight. And lower down gently. Bring yourself up to seated. The pole just goes underneath the knees. This is quite a challenging one, I think. Lengthen in. Keep the tummy tight. Well done. Let's make our way back down to the mat. We've got one last set to go. Relaxing, releasing. Starting position, the pole just sits just in front of the knees. We lengthen in. Rest. Feet down. Pull to chest. Lift. Drive the hips up. Keep the belly button down. Lift. Squeeze your bottom as you're lifting. Down. Really squeeze. And release. Little massage. Bring the feet back down to your mat. Lift up overhead. Keep those hips lifted. Don't let the hips drop, draw the belly in. Well done, peel down. Bring the knees into the chest. Have a little rock if you need to. Just bringing yourself up to seated, one last exercise to go. Lengthen, lift. Well done. So we're going to finish off with a really lovely stretch. So if you want to make your way down onto your mat and have a really nice lay down. Nice and slowly. Arms behind your head and stretch all the way from your fingers down to your toes. Drawing the belly button down towards your spine. Feeling the length you're creating into your tummy, into your spine, into your whole body. Bringing the knees in, dropping them to one side, let the head go to the other. Lifting on the other side. And release, come back. Let's have a little rock from side to side. Slowly rolling up, we're going to come to a seated position. take one arm down and stretch. And the other side. And reach, just lifting all the way up. Take the arms down, take a breath in. Breath out. And again, take that breath in. Just bring your hands down and give yourself a really big clap. Well done, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that Pilates pole class, and hopefully see you soon. Take care.